Clinical officers have been at the front line of battling the global COVID-19 crisis. This has placed them in vulnerable positions for infection of the same. The Kenya Union Council of Clinical Officers addressed the issue of the welfare and the healthcare workers given that the COVID-19 numbers continue to multiply. The rise of these cases has shown Kenya's reluctance in hastening the testing process and working towards controlling the same.
As it is now, our health facilities are recording lack of capacity to admit and handle any more emergency cases of COVID-19. This is actually across the country. This is occasioned and exacerbated by the limited ICU beds in the country, insufficient oxygen supply, understaffing, inadequate and inappropriate PPEs, among other pertinent commodities.
Medics and other clinical officers have been exposed to high-risk working conditions without adequate support in the line of insurance for their safety. The union mentioned the levels of fatigue experienced by their members due to low numbers of medics in different institutions. Despite numerous promises by the government in controlling the fourth wave of the pandemic, issues such as lack of ICU beds and oxygen have continued to hinder the workers' capacity in handling emergency cases. The Kenya Union of Clinical Officers proposed that contract renewals be facilitated for current healthcare workers and employment of more officers to help handling the issues.
So there is urgent need, and especially now that some of the contracts of the contracted UHC staff have expired, to ensure that they are renewed and more are engaged to ensure that we address the issue of understaffing.
They condemn the poor acts of Kenyan leaders, especially in failing to uphold COVID-19 containment measures. Different parties have continued to hold political rallies and gatherings without considering any form of public safety.
As we continue to thrive during these hard times, Kenyans only continue to hope that the government still has their backs. Reporting for Uzalendo News, I am Yvonne Komboka, Nairobi.